Hey guys! So today's topic is evangelism. And you're probably like, why do y'all have craft supplies in front of you for evangelizing? Here's the thing. So evangelizing is probably my, the thing I need to work on the most. I feel like that's a lot of people's thing they need to work on the most. Would y'all agree that evangelizing is sometimes hard? Just because, not because you don't believe your faith, but because it's sometimes hard to express something that's so personal to you to someone else. So we were thinking, what's a fun way to do that, and something that's very popular right now is if you have TikTok or don't. Shrink earrings have come back into fashion in the way of earrings and keychains. They look like this. And so what we're going to be doing is tracing those onto shrink eating paper and then hole punching them and turning them into the little keychains so someone could scan your songs such as Oceans or your favorite worship song is, or just one that you really enjoy a lot. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. So here are some supplies you need. Additional tools/supplies, access to the internet and a device that connects to it, printer with printer paper, an oven mitt, cookie sheet, and access to an oven, and adult supervision while using the oven. So you're going to look up your song, click on the three dots right beside it, and then once you do that, there's the code you can see at the top of the screen. You're going to click on it, and then you're going to click Save to Photos, and then it will automatically be added to your camera roll. After that, you're going to go back into your camera roll and crop the image down to just the code because it's the only part that you need for this activity. And then once you have cropped that image, you're then going to go into Google Docs. And I'll explain why I'm doing this, but I'm going to paste that code into the Google Doc. And then you can see I've pasted all of them in, and then here's where I'm printing it. So after you've chosen your Spotify code and download it to your phone, you're going to print it onto a piece of paper so you can trace onto the shrink eating paper. So when you print out, you just can put it on the regular paper, and then we'll trace it. So while Liv's cutting out those, I'm gonna start cutting out little strips that we're gonna then trace the...
Ryleigh, this is yours. God. That's a joke.
That was Ryleigh. That's what she thought.
I think hers sick.
Alright, so after you cut out the shrink eating paper to fit the Spotify code, you're then going to tape down the shrink eating paper over the Spotify code. That way you can trace around it, or you can trace over the lines. It actually works either way. So as you can tell, I'm just going back in, I'm filling in all those little tiny details, and then after that I'm going to take off the tape. That way I can make sure that I cover all the edges. After I'm done putting on the finishing touches, I go back in with a hole punch. That way as the paper shrinks, the hole does too. Also, it is nearly impossible to hole punch the shrinking after it is shrunk.
For baking instructions, what you're going to do is you're going to want to preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you're going to put them in for about 1 to 3 minutes. But what you're actually going to be looking for are for these guys to curl up and then shrink. And then once they shrink and they stop shrinking, wait about 30 seconds and then go ahead and pull them out, and then they will be done, but they will be hot, so don't touch them.
What was that?
It worked! That one did.
Oh yeah, that's mine! Yay!
So now that we've baked the little tags, we're coming back down and we're using a paint pen, or use paint or whatever you want, and we're coloring the back of it so it has a pretty background.
After painting it, the last step is just take that key ring that I mentioned earlier, and you're going to slide it right through that hole. And there it is, the final product. So this is a fun, cute craft you can do at home with your friends or family. Let us know down in the comments below how yours turned out. All right, bye y'all.